Hey guys, it's Mac from Simple Theory Gear. Hope you're doing really well. Wanted to make a short series of videos with some frequently asked questions, kind of just showcasing how I pack our stoves, what I think the best usage of our stoves, or I guess it'd be the philosophy of use behind our stoves, the fire starters I use, all the things that that I get a lot of questions about, whether it's through our site directly or through our social media. So hopefully the series will help, and we're going to get right into it today with how I pack the stoves. Now, really, it all depends from the very beginning about what my intended use for that day is going to be. As you see here, this is what I run most commonly. It's going to provide me with a few different options. So we'll just go through it real quick and kind of unpack it for you. I'm going to show you the back just to help with rattling. I do have a little washcloth just, to make sure that it's a little bit tighter in the whole system. This is our XL, and what that allows you to do, this is the Pathfinder or Self-Reliance Outfitters, or the Pathfinder school, depending on how you're searching it, system. And it's a 32-ounce water bottle with their nesting cup. And then inside the stove, on the top, I have our ash pan solid fuel burn plate, and also the top to the mug. So I have that ready to go where I need to boil water, usually for tea. And with tea, I just have in my pack at all times, and I'll show you it later down the line with the smaller stove, a little tea tin that has the tea in it. But then underneath here, of course, is our burn plate, and then also the tinder tin that we offer. So in here now I have, again, the complete system, and that allows me to do everything that I need to do. And again, this is what I normally run, and if I'm going to go out there just for the morning to take some pictures or to go for a morning hike, and I can easily boil up, again, water for tea, instant coffee, or even pine needle tea, if that's kind of what I'm feeling. So that's number one. That's how I kind of run this one. Now, moving on down the line, let's say that I have a desire for coffee. All right, this is what I would use here for coffee. I'll show this again, not like outside of coffee usage. This is set up today for basically instant coffee, because I don't have the plunger in. Here's the little plunger if you're going to make fresh brewed coffee. But what I have in here, take the top off. Again, it's the same type of nesting system. I would have the ash plate here. I would have the tinder tin underneath. So that doesn't change. So what changes is then kind of the nesting. For this, I'm going to bring an alcohol stove. I normally have that in my pack. This is just kind of compartmentalized for the video series. But I do have the alcohol stove inside. It's just a Trangia. And then inside that, I have the green cup from the Stanley Cook set. And I have my coffee. Again, we're trying to save space. I know we get a lot of feedback or I'll say flashback about how our stove doesn't break down into a very thin package. Well, if you're going to bring, let's say you're bringing this 32 ounce anyhow, or you're bringing, again, from the very beginning, you're bringing the 32 ounce with cup, this takes up space. So if you're going to just throw it in and nest it inside the stove, it doesn't really take up that much more space. So that's kind of what our thought process is. So then if I can use the container itself for a nesting vehicle like I just did with the coffee and with everything, that's what I look for. So, and I use this container a lot. It's the Boil and Brew, because I think it offers, of course, more versatility, because it can not only nest stuff more than the smaller Stanley Adventure cook set, but I use this for making soups, rices, and I'll show you that, or rice meals, and I'll show you that when I talk about the food choice selection in another video. Finally, if we're running the small stove, we're running the original pack stove, it usually gets paired with the Stanley Cook set, just because of size. It can nest a 32-ounce water bottle, but I do like it with the Stanley Adventure cook set. And inside here, I'll just bring, depending on what I want to drink that day, it could easily be the coffee, but again, I just have a little tin for, I'm a big tea fan, so it will be tin. And this can then, of course, be set up if I want to. I always have in my bag the solid fuel tabs from Expedition Research. And again, it offers me that versatility for hot drinks. So that's the nesting system if I'm drinking that out. Now, if I'm planning really to go out for a full day and I know I'm going to eat, I'm going to bring a pot. And then I'm just going to put let's say I have this whole system set up for it. I'm just going to put it right inside. This is the Duelist from GSI, and again, everything gets nested right inside. So I would have an alcohol burner inside if I want to run alcohol. If it's been dry, I'm going to check the weather. If it's been dry and I'm not worried about biofuel, then I'm not going to pack the stove inside the cook set. I'll leave it in my pack so I can just kind of get to it when I get to it. I'll have the tinder tin underneath, and then what I normally will do, I wish I would have brought it out, but I'll show you with meals. I will pack the meal inside here so that it's all together. And again, if you're bringing a pot, this takes up no extra space because everything is now inside the pot. So that is how we run it. Hopefully that'll answer the questions. A lot of people ask, what's the best pot? Unfortunately, we do not, I do not, I can't afford all the pots that are out there. I know that like the Toaks 750 will fit inside the XL. The XL being 4.25 inches across. Anything that's below that diameter, I'm going to say should fit. The reason I say should fit is because I've noticed online that certain measurements are off. Like the, let's say the Self-Reliance Outfitter 25-ounce mug. Online, I think it says something like 3.75, but they don't really take into account the hinges right here. So it didn't fit into our initial offering. Hence why the XL, and from Waypoint Survival, made a great point about fitting this. It fits the Ozark Trail cup. It's another cup I run a lot. I just don't have it with me today. Actually, I do. I just lied to you because I do have it. It goes right in, hinges down. So now you have your Ozark Trail cup. And again, you can nest what you want. So that, again, is a short video about my daily run in terms of what I take with me. Hope you guys have found this video enjoyable. Let me know what other videos you'd like to see because I want to provide the content and, more importantly, the information that best suits what you're looking for. Thank you guys very much. Hope you're well, and I'll see you in the next Simple Theory gear.